Hello, comic book guys and gals, and welcome to Comic Mag Musings. This guy's your host, Bill Miller. All right, I'm very excited because we're going to look at a plethora of horror-related items. So, I got these all from the same gentleman that I purchased the Complete EC Library slipcase sets from. These are just kind of like some throw-ins that we agreed on a quick price, and happy to have them. Some I'll probably sell and a couple I'll keep, but not too many items, but they certainly run the gamut. One of them is an extra volume from the Crime Patrol slipcase set. This is volume 1, and it's in good condition, not great condition. The inside looks real nice, but there's certainly some wear on the cover. Yeah, right there on the corner. It's got a nice little ding right there. So, worse for wear. On the front is issue number 11 of Crime Patrol. There is the spine, and on the back we have issue number 7. So I have a video on the War Against Crime and Crime Patrol slipcase set. But if you hadn't had a chance to look at it, I'll show a couple things. This is the cover. All the covers are in color on slick magazine style paper. And the stories themselves are in black and white on traditional book print paper. These were produced by Russ Cochran, who befriended Bill Gaines when Russ Cochran was an adult, having long been a fan of EC Comics, and managed to gain access to the original art. And he used that access to produce these volumes, publish floppy reprints, and he produced cover art portfolios as well. All right, so that's one of the items I got. The other was similarly, this is volume 1 of Valor. So this is part of a New Direction Complete EC Library set. And if you haven't seen it, I did a video on that as well. On the front, we have issue number 2 of Valor. And on the back, we have issue number 3. So this was an extra volume that he threw in there as well. So set up similarly. Now these were post-code. This was a post-code title. So certainly a lot of the bite taken out of the writing, but it was still fun. Valor, Piracy and Valor were two of my favorite New Direction titles, or post-code titles. Very exciting snapshots in history, usually revolving around battles. So, very fun. All right. So that was the second part. The third was a calendar, still in the shrink wrap, from 2007. A Tales from the Crypt calendar. So that obviously is one of the covers that's reproduced on the calendar. And on the back it shows each reproduced issue with each month. So, not worth much, I'm sure, but I thought it was pretty cool. He included an issue of Spacemen magazine, issue number 2 from September of 1961. And what's cool about this is it was published by Warren. So this is a Warren magazine. It was a sci-fi companion to Famous Monsters of Filmland. And the cover art is by Bruce Minnie. All right, he had one pulp, a pretty cool one. It's certainly seen better days. It's in well-loved condition, but it is complete. It's Startling Stories, Volume 21, Issue Number 1. This is from March of 1950. Very awesome. Good girl art / bad girl art, whatever you want to call it. But it actually goes for a pretty penny. Cover art by Earl K. Berge, I believe. And it's got a date stamp right there. I wish that would focus a little bit better. So, very excited to have that. And the last thing he had was this issue of Tales from the Tomb. I believe it's a one-shot. This is from 1962. And it's not in the best condition, certainly. But it is complete. And, you know, the spine is still there. Got some damage to the spine. See right there. The rest of it looks pretty good. But you'd be surprised, even in low grade, this can be a pricey book. Cover art by John Schoenherr. And what probably makes this pricey is that it's written by John Stanley. And he wrote Little Lulu for the most part. He wrote a lot of issues of Nancy and Sluggo. And this is just one of 2 horror comics that he ever wrote. The other was Ghost Stories, issue number 1. So I'm super excited to have this one. Big fan of Little Lulu. Mini Musings and I read that often. And he's such an incredible writer. So that was it. Those were the pickups that I got in addition to the slipcase sets. I hope you enjoyed seeing those. And if you did, I'd encourage you to subscribe and hit that notification bell. That way you're alerted whenever I drop new red-hot content. Thumbs up and comments are always appreciated. Remember, we're taking over the world one comic book at a time.